Have you ever seen somebody notice that, they have to make a decision? They have to make a big decision on some sort of subject, whether it's their career or their personal life, to stay in the relationship or to change jobs or something that's like a really big deal. And you notice that this person just can't make a decision. They don't know what to do. It's tearing them apart, and they just kind of don't make a decision, or they sit on it for a long time, and you're just like, come on, pick something. Has this person even been you? Have you ever been in a situation where you just can't decide what to do? Like, where do I even start? If I change, I'm leaving something good, and I don't know what I'm going to get myself into. But on the other side, I want to go after something greater. I want to go after something better. And it's just so hard to make that decision. You make a pros and cons list. You ask people in your life what you should do. But at the end of the day, the decision comes down to what you want and where you are trying to go. And sometimes it can be a really big deal, like moving or changing your whole career into something totally different, or moving on from a relationship that you've had that's no longer working. And these decisions are not easy. It is a big deal. It does take a lot of mental effort to make it and stick with it. Here are a few ideas to help us on decision making, making better decisions, making them quicker and easier. Step one is to know where we're going long term. And this is one of the hardest things to think about. When someone asks, what's your 5-year goal? What's your 10-year goal? All these things. And you're like, I can't even think that far. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow, let alone think about what I'm going to do in the next few years. But thinking long term, big picture, helps us to have a better frame of mind of what we're going to look like in the future when our life plays out, how we would like it to play out, and where do we ultimately see ourselves. So if we have something like a 5-year goal at least, then we can look further down the line and say, you know what, is this decision going to help me get to that 5-year goal? Or the way that I envision my life in 5 years, what are the general steps, general directions that I need to take to help me get there, right? It's not going to happen in one shot. They're just going to take small decisions, small steps to get in that general direction. Part of that is knowing generally what direction we're going in. And we can disqualify or get rid of the 90% of other directions that aren't in our path. So example, if somebody says that they're gonna create a world-class video game that's gonna sweep the world, you know what? There are so many other things, other decisions, other career paths, partnerships, things that they can do that have nothing to do with that. The second step really is a decision to decide that you want better, that you want that thing, or will grow into the person that has that thing. People who know where they're going and have a strong purpose make those decisions very quickly because they know where they're going, and they know if something's going to get them there quicker, they're going to make that choice. And they very rarely change those decisions or take a long time to change their decision to go along that path. And on the opposite side of things, people who don't know where they're going take a long time to make decisions because ultimately they don't know where they're going in the long term, and they don't know if this is the path that they should take. And when they do make those decisions, they change them very quickly and they flip-flop between those ideas. So we want to make those decisions very quickly by having a long-term view of where we're going, what we're doing, and the purpose that we have for ourselves and what we want to accomplish ultimately. That's a little 2 cents, my 2 cents on decision making, how to make better decisions, quicker decisions. And if you ever come across somebody who needs help making that decision, try to get them to think long term, as far down the road as possible, and that should help them with getting a better frame of mind of where they're going.